sports, anime,
media entertainment.
And the whole world, look around you. Look at this. We created this.
Welcome back to the anime section with your host Khalil, Kenny, and Bamba. Today we got the great anime debate. That's an amazing shirt too. Greatest anime of all time. Today we got the great anime debate part. It's either part 2 or part 3. Part 2 or part 3. This time it's going to be like this. It's going to be the same of our last debates, but kind of different.
Wait, is this debate or court?
Nah, this is debate. So I'm gonna for Kenny, I'm gonna kind of explain like this, and then Bamba, you're gonna understand. So me and Kenny used to be a part of an organization in college called UGP, and we used to have debate nights. And so on debate night, you would split up the room into 2 teams, and you would one side would debate on one topic, and the other side would debate on the other topic, and you would have to convince the prompter, me, to convince me why your topic is the better topic. And the kicker to that is each team did not know what they were going to be debating. And so that's kind of what we're going to do tonight. And so I got 3 questions. If we run too short, I got two honorable mention questions.
I just want it to be known I'm probably going to lose this because Khalil never sides with me in debates. So I'm going to
No.
know this now.
It's fine. So, but we'll start it off like this. Which was the better anime? Kenny is going to be defending Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, bet.
And Bamba is going to be defending Pokemon.
I knew that was going to happen.
And so we'll start off like this. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
45.
Okay, well,
I don't want to go first.
Okay. Well, Kenny, since Kenny, was the closest.
You got to pick a number 1 through 10 still.
He said 25, he lost.
That's not 1 through 10. That's out the prompt.
No, he lost.
9.
He doesn't get it. No. Kenny was the closest, and so he gets to pick who goes first.
Oh, Bamba goes first.
Hey, I gotta let me finish.
Bamba goes first.
So Bamba, tell us why Pokemon is better than Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, I have one simple reason. Google me.
You said what?
Google me. Who's number 1 in numbers? It's me. I catch them all. I ain't even talking about Pokemon. I'm talking about the fans. I got them all. Nigga, you a fan. You a fan. I'm a fan. Generally speaking, besides maybe Dragon Ball, the most known anime in the world, to where some people even classify at times as a cartoon when they don't really know, it's Pokemon, simply. Like, you can't even argue that. Like, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! For our generation, we might prize it, but tell kids this day about Yu-Gi-Oh! See what they tell you. But Pokemon? Bro, do what you want to do. My legacy will live on. Like, it doesn't matter. Pokemon is, like, in terms of numbers, popularity, number 1 anime. You can't argue that. Say what you may about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! This man's disrespecting you.
He is disrespecting.
So
let me know when it's my turn.
It's your turn, Kenny.
It's your turn.
All right, so let's just break it down. Pokemon. Great games. We get that. TV show, and so let's just start with the theme song. Gotta catch 'em all. That wait. That old, like the old 1970s, bop. Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yamu! Come on, bro.
That is a terrible take. Terrible take.
That's the terrible take. Yu-Gi-Oh has one of the most lit entrance songs in anime history. No cap. Stop playing with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Which
I gave you your time uninterrupted. Shut up.
Wow.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh's time.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh time.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
In the interest of TV shows, we've all seen Pokemon with Ash Ketchum as the main character, right? Mediator, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Listen, I think.
Carlu?
I'm here.
Is he in the Shadow Realm?
Not yet.
My man's got the Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, so look, I'm gonna get to that in a second. So we all know the show. We all know the show with Ash Ketchum, right? Do we know any other show of Pokemon? Any other show with another main character?
Ash is the main character.
But Yu-Gi-Oh, we got what? Yugi, Jaden Yugi, and we have more than one show, and the first and two are iconic as well. We got more than one. We can do it again. You know why? Because the show was so popular and so good. Let's watch it again with new cards, new Yu-Gi-Oh heroes. Let's do that, and it still be successful. How about that? And let's talk about games now. We talked about the game. Pokemon's got video game stuff, but what about the actual game? The actual card games. I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Carlil's got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Bomb, you got Yu-Gi-Oh cards? No, I've never had Pokemon cards. Matter of fact, how do you even play Pokemon? How do you even play the Pokemon card game? I don't know. I can tell you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's pretty easy. It's pretty fun. It's great. Carlo, do you enjoy having Yu-Gi-Oh duels? I do.
I do enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh duels. I do.
Fun. Let's take it even deeper than that. When you see nerds, stereotypical, are they playing Pokemon? No, they're sitting at the table playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's why you're
not playing no goddamn Pokemon. And let's talk about it even deeper. Gotta catch them all. Did Ash have every Pokemon? Did he catch them all? Did Ash ever catch them all? It's the theme of the show. Gotta catch them all. Your main character, your number one guy, top dog. Did he ever catch them all? Carlil Bamba, did Ash ever catch them all?
No.
I don't think he did.
Oh, it sounds like bullshit to me. Sounds like some false advertising.
Okay.
Sounds like some shallow dreams. Don't nobody catch them all. But guess what? You can be the best duelist. You can't send your foes to the Shadow Realm. Even the you get drip. You get the ancient Egyptian drip pieces.
Thanks.
Come on. And who's really a better character? Ash Ketchum or Yugi? Yugi's so good, you get two main characters. You get regular Yugi and you get Yami.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rest my case.
You're on there,
No, you only get one. The way it goes, you only get one.
You never said that.
I was going to give y'all a chance to actually. I want to poke holes in both y'all arguments before I give you a chance to rebuttal. Kenny, you did make a good point. You know, having multiple.
But if you poke holes, I'm not going to be able to. You should poke holes at the end.
Okay, let me poke holes at the end. Then go ahead, do your.
If you poke holes, then that might be my kind of argument. You know.
All right, bet. One main argument and one rebuttal. So here's your one rebuttal.
So my one rebuttal, Kenny, you made some great points about Yu-Gi-Oh as a character, but I feel like that's what you specifically focused on for a reason. Now it's true that we didn't have that many characters in Pokemon, like as main characters, but in terms of popularity, Pokemon, we're talking about the shows here. We're not talking about main characters. We're talking about Pokemon and we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. We're not talking about Yugi and we're not talking about Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum was not supposed to catch them all. What was his goal when he set out? To be the best trainer. Was it not?
No. I want to be the very
yes, it was.
best. And no one ever was.
That was his goal. And where did he end at? How many champions did he take down? You talking about being number one? I gotta defeat so many number ones. And you talking about being number one with a cheat code? You gotta call on the ancestors to fight me? Fight me fair. Fight me. Me and you. Fight me. Yu-Gi-Oh! By myself.
He said you gotta jump. He said you be jumping.
But you're talking about like crew. You're talking about game cards. That's boring. I don't want to play games. Ask Carlo. Carlo, when did you last play Pokemon cards? And when did you last sit down and play Pokemon? This man had a Nintendo when we lived together. What was you playing? The only game you had on it. What was it?
I was playing Pokemon Diamond.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Because everybody likes that game. You at least played Pokemon once. I ain't never fucking touched no Yu-Gi-Oh card. Get the fuck out of here. Pokemon, we got the cards. Sure, if you don't like that, throw it away. But you definitely like the show, and you definitely like one of the games. Who was your favorite Pokemon, Kenny? You had one. Say it. Say it, nigga.
Who was your favorite?
Who was your favorite Pokemon, nigga? See, that's
None. I hate Pokemon. I don't have a favorite one.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
I got a favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Woo! You do not see Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowhere in the top 10 most famous anime right now. But how many times have you seen, like Google top 25 anime right now? How many times do you see Pokemon in there? And it sure ain't out of the top 10, nigga. Don't try that.
I bet you it's not in the top 10.
Don't get it twisted. You over there in fucking. You ended up fucking driving fucking motorcycle. That didn't take you nowhere. You just went around in circles and nobody watched your ass. Shit, get out of here.
All right, Kenny, last rebuttal.
So Bamba's right. Part of the objective was to be the very best. But you can't deny, gotta catch them all is the slogan. It ain't the slogan of the show is not I'm gonna be the very best. It's gotta catch them all. Everybody knows that. No, stop trying to lie. I caught Bamba in a lie. The slogan is gotta catch them all. And your fucking main character never caught them all. He didn't even catch half of them. He didn't catch a quarter of all of them.
Didn't get a song.
And guess what? His own Pokemon don't even listen to him. He said, Pikachu.
What was the lyrics to
it's my turn. It's my turn.
Exactly.
It's my turn.
What's the Yu-Gi-Oh song?
It's my turn.
You don't even know it.
It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn.
He could be thinking about depression.
His main Pokemon, he said, evolve. Pikachu said, no, bitch.
That's how cold that nigga was.
Pikachu said, no, bitch. What kind of trainer are you? Your own fucking Pokemon don't listen to you, but you the best. Get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely. I did that with that Pokemon. That's crazy.
Popularity doesn't mean the best. Because LeBron James isn't the most popular basketball player, but we all know who is the best. Who is the GOAT?
Wait, then who is the most popular basketball player? Go, Kenny.
The most popular basketball player. Too many people hate LeBron for him to be the most popular.
Popularity. Because you already know. They hate you for that.
No. Popularity insinuates most liked.
So who's more popular than LeBron James in basketball?
Nobody really hates Michael Jordan.
Bamba didn't even believe that statement.
No, listen. Objectively, nobody hates Michael Jordan as a player. No matter what, he is in. No matter what, he's always in the GOAT conversation. Some people will say LeBron doesn't deserve to be in the GOAT conversation. Us as LeBron lovers still put Jordan as either 1A and B or number 2.
I'm saying
there are analysts who don't even put LeBron in top 5.
At this point, do you think Michael Jordan is more popular than LeBron James in the world of basketball? At this point,
I've got to say yes. Not to me, but objectively in the world, Jordan is still number 1.
That's a cap.
In popularity. Even his shoes, Jordan's shoes. Like look, we're gonna go this way. Pokemon video games, Jordan shoes. Jordan shoes are way more popular than LeBron.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You're right.
What are you talking about?
Jordan shoes.
No, listen. You're right. Listen. It's my turn. How does he get to interrupt me on my Proctor? How does he get to interrupt me on my turn? I never interrupted on his turn.
I started the interruption.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
understand.
interrupt my
But
turn. I'm not done.
Can I say
No,
this
it's my
about
turn.
the basketball point you said?
No,
The
Bamba. I didn't
basketball
interrupt you. I didn't
The
interrupt
basketball
you, Bamba.
point is
No,
terrible.
no.
Go ahead.
No. I will remove
Go ahead.
you. I didn't
You can't-
interrupt
you
you.
can't.
I can still end this for everybody. Don't get it twisted.
No, go ahead. Everybody
Still
can do
my
that.
link.
I can leave.
Chill.
My popularity standpoint was Bamba's point was that Pokemon was the most popular anime, but the question was, what is the better? What is the best anime? Jordan may be more popular amongst his peers and whoever else in the world in basketball than LeBron, but the best basketball player of all time is LeBron James. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh, nigga.
Man, okay.
Go ahead.
Don't ever come for me like that, nigga. And I'm gonna go like this again. Just cause you ain't own no Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Two out of three of the niggas here got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I ain't never had no Pokemon game, never owned a Pokemon game. So what does that mean? Never owned a single Pokemon game. Never owned it. No, my mom didn't let me watch Pokemon for real. I had to sneak.
You never
watch.
played it?
I played it. I played it, but I never owned it. And I definitely don't like. I've had Yu-Gi-Oh games. I definitely didn't like it than the Yu-Gi-Oh games either. Yu-Gi-Oh is better. Think about it. Let's do designs. Yu-Gi-Oh, the character designs here. Let's go through this. Exodia, Obelisk the Tormentor, the Neo-Spacia collections. The creation of those characters, those Yu-Gi-Oh cards, amazing. Again, let's go tit for tat. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards. How the hell do you play Pokemon card? It doesn't make sense. Nobody know. When have you ever seen somebody say, "I choose you, Pikachu, go tackle lightning bolt"? Never. You will see a table of people playing Yu-Gi-Oh. There are Yu-Gi-Oh card tournaments. I ain't never seen a Comic-Con, DreamCon, none of that of a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. I mean, not Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon tournament. That does not happen. You know why? Because Yu-Gi-Oh cards are more popular. They're better. It's more fun. Overall.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh was better.
Okay. There's. Y'all got your arguments. Y'all got your rebuttals. I will say this about Kenny was right. Kenny's his rebuttal for the guy to catch them all was the hole I was going to poke in yours because they definitely don't catch them all. But Kenny's the one I wanted to poke in his hole was when he mentioned like the difference.
Pokemon what?
Hold on.
You gonna Pokemon what? What's going on?
Chill.
You're not gonna pause that? You're gonna let it linger?
Pause. Bamba, I don't want to see this on TikTok. The whole I was going to poke in Kenny's argument was when he brought up series. Because yes, you got multiple series of multiple main characters, but your last series flopped. Flopped hard. It flopped terribly. You don't even know that character. That's why you ain't say it earlier. You don't even know his name. But where Pokemon, they only have one main character, but they have multiple series that still remain popular to this day. So
What? Name them.
I mean, Pokemon, it has that audience for the kids, but I know it's popular.
It's easy, Carlo. Just say colors.
Figure we can
Right,
name Jade and Yugi.
Pokemon
We know
XY,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokemon Blue, but again, both great arguments. But Kenny lost as soon as he started comparing Yu-Gi-Oh to LeBron James. That's when you lost.
And also, can I say this is not even pertaining to anime. This is pertaining to the argument of LeBron James and Kenny. Definitely, LeBron James is the most popular basketball player.
The first take undisputed, they are required to talk about LeBron at least 3 times a week.
Skip Bayless.
Facts. He literally just put out in his podcast. He said he doesn't even want to talk about LeBron all the time. Fox makes him. It's in his contract to talk about LeBron.
Greatest? Wow, yo, come on, man.
But moving on to the next argument. This argument, I need y'all to convince me why this anime is the greatest anime of all time. Bamba,
we got to talk about the same anime.
You said what?
Or we get different animes?
You get different animes.
Okay.
So the last one you was comparing which one was better. You're gonna compare why this is the greatest anime of all time. So Kenny, your anime is Akame Got Killed. Bamba, your anime is Hunter x Hunter. So we could do it like I did last.
It's such a oh my god.
Now, of course, Kenny goes first, right?
Crap.
Yeah, Kenny goes first because Bamba went last time.
That's bullshit. This is such bullshit. Okay. Akame Got Killed. Greatest anime of all time. All right. First of all, let's start with his name. Akame Got Killed. After you watch the anime, you find out Akame is actually a character. Not the character that you mainly see, but she is a character, kind of like a side character in the show. That's just totally different. Every anime that either not just the name, if it's going to use the name of the character, it's usually the main character. You know what I'm saying? So to have the story told from somebody else's eyes about the main character already is just different from most anime. 2, we have a strong female lead here. We don't get that very often. We have Sailor Moon. We have what can we even name 10 animes with combat animes where there's a strong lead female character? It's not as prominent as there are for male characters. Can we all agree on that? We can all agree on that, correct? Not only is she a strong lead female lead, she's also a teenager. She's young. She's not some old wrinkled hag or some old experienced warrior. She's a teenager who's been adopted to a house of assassins. We see that she comes up out of a struggle. She has a younger sister who's in an opposing assassin league. So let's go down the road of Akame Got Killed. Not only do we have a strong female lead, we have a strong female core where there's only 2 guys. 2 guys and about 4 to 5 women in the Assassins League. And from what we've seen, the other guy that aside from the main character is supposed to be one of the strongest guys out there. He was also one of the first people to die. And from there, we see how strong the women actually are. The women really stand out. Even in the main villain is a woman who can freeze time. One of the greatest powers that you even have is another woman. Great. And then let's talk about the twists and turns. When you get to Akame Got Killed, you get a hint that there's something going on, there's something wrong in the show. But nobody could be prepared for the gruesomeness of the show. Actually, it's drawn in a character style such like Sword Art Online, where the characters have colorful eyes. It's kind of like upbeat at first, and then the main character gets taken to a shack where there's people being kidnapped and tortured and killed in the most gruesome ways. Crazy, like it instantly captures your attention right there. The action scenes are great. You get to see different types of action where it's not just like blasts or jutsus, or this is people who have weapons that have not magical powers but have different powers. So it's just different from a lot of different animes, combat animes, strong female leads, and just a different perspective in anime. So with all those things, it's got to be the greatest anime of all time. And it's just different. If you go against the grain and you do it great and you sit in a league of your own, you got to be the greatest.
Ooh. I'm convinced. I ain't gonna lie. Bambi, opening argument.
All right. You know, both of my parents are teachers. And I know that if I was to start an essay with this is bullshit, I'm automatically getting an F. I don't believe in whatever I'm going to present you with. But Hunter x Hunter, arguably one of the greatest anime ever made on this planet. Gon, Killua, and Kurapika. I'll even add Hisoka to the crew. Like I'm some of the most interesting, I will say, set of humans that we've ever seen presented to us in anime form. Now, we can start with the story. We all know it's very much a shonen plot to have your dad not be around, but it's not very often that you go looking for your dad. We might have the opposite where a dad goes looking for his son. This shit happened, but Boss just upped and definitely, the whole journey mainly revolves around that until I would say the point we're at. But what makes an anime great is story, and the story of Hunter x Hunter is great, especially if I'm talking about my favorite arc is the Chimera Ant. So that's where I'm gonna put my main focus at.
Bet.
The story is great, and usually compared to the animes that you see a main character really be great, be kind, and be, you know, just a regular person. Like, that's boring. We don't want that. We got a little psychopath here. My man's is selfish. He's his own persona. He's different from other anime character, but he piques your interest. Like, he goes and he's selfish. He always wants to. He hates being weak. He wants to be strong because he met somebody that was supposed to be a mentor figure. I would say less than a week, but yet he was so upset that he basically did what he did to Pitsu. I don't have to describe that. But this argument, this battle that you put in front of us is not fair though. Because before I end my argument with Hunter, I gotta talk about what he's talking about. Kame got killed. He ain't even like that. Who is your main character?
Who is your main character?
It was a while ago. I watched it a while ago. I can't remember his name. Tatsumi? That's his name?
The main character?
Tatsumi was the main character.
Okay, what happened to him?
He died.
What happened to his friends?
They died.
You said they elevated the woman. What happened to that pink hair girl? What did they do to her?
They died.
Did they elevate her, or did they hammer her into a pole, into the ground, bring her down? This show is not about elevating.
He wasn't the only
This show is not. What you said?
He wasn't the only woman there.
Yeah, but this show is not about elevating women. They just did not care about you as a viewer. They didn't care about your feelings. This was just about a shock. Did you even like the story?
Yeah.
This was mainly for shock value. The only thing you really liked about that show was a comic because she was cool.
Not true.
And she's a side character.
She became the main character.
They made you like Balut. Balut died. Who else did they follow? Every single person you got attached to dead.
Same thing happened in Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, no. We had a story. You had a story. You had time to get attached. How many seasons did you have inside Titan? How many seasons you got?
I don't want to interrupt you. Go. I feel like you're going back and forth. I think we're supposed to argue. Just put your point. I don't think you're supposed to go back and forth right just now.
It's not a back and forth. What I'm saying is, a Akame got killed is not you can't even argue it if you do not enjoy it. Everybody died. There was nothing to enjoy, but the interesting way our favorite characters died, and then we had to have an argument about who the main character was because, well, the main character died, and the show is named after a side character, which you have yet to understand.
Do I get a rebuttal?
Rebuttal.
Now, I'm waiting for Bamba to finish.
I think go ahead. Your rebuttal.
I feel like I fulfilled my duty as to explaining why Akame got killed is the greatest. I would just like to proceed with why Hunter x Hunter is not the greatest. I'll keep it short, actually. So when my counterpart was mentioning the great characters of the show, he named one by the name of Hisoka. All right, his character should not be mentioned in this because how can Hunter x Hunter be the best anime of all time with one of the predominantly or most popular characters of the show promotes pedophilia? Is that something that we should be promoting? Is that something that should be a part of the greatest anime ever or the best anime ever? I think not. That sends a really bad message, especially in this day and time.
He's a heavy pedophile.
Very heavy pedophile. Mm-hmm. And then one of the points that I made was that when it comes to anime, Akame got killed kind of sits in a league of its own because it's so different from many of the combat animes. Point that my counterpart made was that Hunter x Hunter follows the shonen plot. If it's in a league that's been repeated over and over and over again, we can all agree that Hunter x Hunter is not better than Naruto. It's not better than any other anime where the person is trying to or doesn't have their father with them, or he made a point that he's actually going to try to find his father, but that's the shonen plot is he grew up without a father. And we've seen that over and over again. And it's definitely not better than Dragon Ball Z, where Goku grew up without his father. It's not better than Naruto. It's not better than any of the shows, the shonen movies that follow the shonen plot. So I think that's all that really needs to be said. Thank you.
All right, Bamba, one last
Is that
rebuttal.
the end of the rebuttal?
Okay, you didn't get his rebuttal. By all
No,
means.
you're done with the rebuttal?
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
So, Kenny, what's your favorite anime? I can't even ask you that. I don't have to ask you that.
Comic
Your honor. What's my counterpart's favorite anime?
Wait, what did you say, Bamba?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Carlisle.
What's
What's
up?
my counterpart's favorite anime?
It's a comic got killed. He knows that.
Shut the hell up. I rest my case.
I'm not allowed to speak until y'all get y'all rebuttals done.
You want to sit here and feed me this lie that you don't even believe when this is your favorite
Mediator,
anime.
that's his only argument. I will proceed if that's the only thing he has to add.
This is my turn. You always, if this is your tactic, we're not gonna go for it because you're trying to attack the character. We're talking about the shows. Now, in order to have a good show, you need to have good villains or interesting characters. Now, Hisoka's character is at some point you looked at him as a villain, and then when he's helping you, he also has that backstabbing. So he keeps it like he keeps it interesting. In the same way, I would say like he's a key character, and there is a reason why we like him, and we're very excited to see what comes. Imagine how good of a character do you have to be to have such a despicable trait, but yet be one of the favorite characters on the show. Imagine that. This guy is so great. He's of the caliber of a character like Frieza, who's been clearly racist, but we love him. We love him. Don't we? We never looked at Frieza and disliked that, but Hisoka is still convincing the Hunter x Hunter fans, and they love him. So he is interested in that format. You cannot hate on that. Now you can try. Sit down. You don't even believe in that shirt. You can try and throw all the rocks you can want at Hisoka, but we are talking about Hunter x Hunter. We have so many interesting things going on. Like I'm talking about one season. You got the Phantom Troop. Bro, come on, stop playing. It's Hunter x Hunter we talking about.
Okay.
Don't mess with me. Or first, I'm watching it.
Okay. Mama, that's the end. Okay.
No, it's not.
My fault.
My rebuttal is that everybody that you liked on your show is dead. The only feeling that show gave you is sorrow. And then you finished it with doubt. You finished that show with doubt.
I like to say that's actually how I feel
Shut
about
up. It's my turn.
I like Kite. He's dead.
First season. Terrible ass show. You don't know you did not. Weren't you talking on this same show, on this same platform? Weren't you the one that was talking about how this nigga scraped his knees? Where's his leg, Kenny?
That doesn't mean the show's not good, Bamba.
Shut up, you didn't like it.
How Bamba said I feel about Kami got killed, that's how I feel about Hunter x Hunter. Kite died, I'm sad. Gon lost his powers, I'm sad.
Did Kite die?
He finally found his dad, and he didn't.
But you know what's crazy though? Hey, it's my turn. Hey, it's my turn. Hey, it's my turn.
Hunter x Hunter's coming back, and it's not even picking up where it left off.
But here's the thing though. You know what's crazy? We are picking up. Where did you end it there?
All good things.
At this point, the only reason you're coming back, the only way you're coming back is a different anime where Akame is your main character. It would not make sense if you came back.
That's fine.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Look, we gotta end it there for the sake of time. We gotta end it there for the sake of time. I'm not even gonna poke holes. I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna go with Kenny. I feel like Kenny had the better argument.
You're a lion.
And me personally, Akame got killed was much more captivating than Hunter x Hunter anyway. We all know how Kenny really feels, though. He's just doing this for the purpose of debate. All right, last argument. The better transformation. Bamba, your transformation is Bariyama from Boruto. Kenny, your transformation is Escanor's High Noon from Seven Deadly Sins.
Bomber, you're first.
Actually.
I went first last round.
I know, but y'all both got a chance to go first and it's tied, so we're gonna do another one. Pick a number between 1 through 50.
21.
Okay.
1 through 50?
Mm-hmm.
Bamba pick 21. I'm gonna pick 25.
Wow, Kenny was actually closer. My number was 45. So, but all right then. Kenny, pick who goes first.
Bamba, you may go first.
All right, last argument.
Greatest transformation, why barren mode is the greatest transformation. So first of all, let me explain to you what barren mode is. So barren mode was the result of the chakra of Naruto and Kurama basically clashing to create this form of new power that's like really raw and really up there. Now, in terms of the ninja world, I need you to understand where we are at today in terms of power. Like we're talking godly power, like, you know, almost like at this point, Naruto finally is getting to continental level. I'll feel like if they can get that kind of damage. Now, when you're looking at Baryon mode, the downfall of it was obviously the loss of your Jinchuriki and, of course, the loss of your power. But as a trump card and as a transformation, it's nothing that rivals it so far in the Naruto universe. Because we've seen like a character like Jigen who just came out of nowhere, where we ended in Naruto, because this is talking about Boruto, where we ended in Naruto, Sasuke and Naruto are like in godly, like I'm not talking about godly, they hacked the fuck out of these niggas. Like these niggas are just, you look at them, you're just like, yeah, I'm not fighting. I didn't understand why they even kept the show going, but when they did and they presented this Baryon mode, Jigen was just unstoppable, absorbing all forms of attacks. Like you're talking Amaterasu, who's supposed to burn everything. This man is absorbing. Rising Gods couldn't stop him. QB modes couldn't stop him. We're talking about Susanos didn't mean nothing to this man. And like I'm talking about all of Konoha jumping this man didn't mean nothing. Like if you thought Madara Uchiha was amazing, Jigen makes him look like a puppy. But I need you to understand that in that same way that Jigen would make Madara look like a puppy, Naruto was dog walking this man. And it's all thanks to Baryon mode. And I'm talking about this shit is so cold. Like Naruto is fighting effortlessly. Even the Rasengan, the speech, the demeanor, everything changed. Because he knows for a fact, I'm winning. Like it's not, he's talking, I gotta end this. Like I'm ending this. He's talking, I'm about to change shit. Like we thought Naruto was dead. This man was crushed. And then Kurama's like, we got a trump card, but we both gonna die. And Naruto in his mind, he's going out thinking, I'm dying. But yo, it's worth it. It's worth it. The design is cold. The power level is cold. And I definitely fuck with transformation that really focus on physical abilities rather than just like power level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like where I feel like at some point, like I said, they gave him so many hacks. People were throwing different kinds of Rasengan, different kind of jutsu. But this Naruto is mainly about taijutsu. Like this man was boxing and like dodging and shit. And this shit is cold as fuck, man. I loved it.
So it's important to remember that doing Baryon mode for Bamba and then high noon for Kenny. And at this point, Kenny, this is high noon at its peak. So it's interesting because both y'all transformations come with losses. Baryon mode, you lose Kurama. High noon at its peak, you lose your sunshine after you use it. So just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead, Kenny. Tell us why high noon's better.
Okay, before I can get into high noon, I must speak on Escanor's power ability in general. So Escanor, before he activates his power, he is a human in the truest essence of the word. He is scrawny. He wears glasses. He is vulnerable. He looks like a Starbucks barista in his regular human form, or a librarian, whichever one you want to use.
That's facts, though.
However, when the sun comes up, he takes on the presence and the essence of a Greek god.
Good God.
That's just his power. Now let's talk about my opponent brought up how the transformation of Naruto changed the way he was talking. When you look up greatest shit talkers in anime, the poster child is the Escanor. We're talking about, this is just his regular power. Now let's tap into high noon. Escanor is a member of the 7 deadly sins. Is he the leader? Absolutely not. However, the leader is the prince of demons. He is the also demon king himself.
Yeah.
However, when we first meet Meliodas and we first meet Escanor, he says, "Oh no, Escanor's stronger than me." What? Huh? And mind you, this is before High Noon. This is before he even goes High Noon. The main character, the so-called who's supposed to be the strongest character in the show, admits that Escanor is the strongest of the bunch. Now let's get to High Noon. Escanor harnesses the power of the sun. To our knowledge, the sun is the single most powerful source of energy known to man. Speaking of the sun itself is stronger than anything that Naruto can put out, because the sun fell onto Earth. No matter what Naruto did, it's over with for that man. Correct? Here we are with Escanor being able to fully harness that power of the sun. We are talking about a man who literally turns almost into the sun himself. He can harness the heat, the power, the energy of the sun, the strongest power energy source in our solar system.
Tough.
You can't even look at the sun without going blind. And yet this man can harness its raw energy.
Tough.
This man has fought against some of the world's strongest villains without even flinching and talking shit to them at the same time. Escanor, the man said, why doesn't my commandment work on you? Am I supposed to be afraid of you? Come on. It's not just the power, it's the swagger that comes with it. It's the drip that comes with it.
Yeah, it's lots of drip. It's lots of drip.
No one man should have all that power. Words of the great Kanye of the West. Escanor embodies that. No one man should have all that power. And sadly, once that man does embody the power of High Noon, he does happen to lose it. That's just the man Escanor is. He used that power knowing he was going to lose it to save his friends. Because no one man should have all that power. The most powerful power that you can possibly have. And mind you, he is a human. Naruto's a human too, but we all know that the Naruto universe is different. They're humans, but they're different. Now, Escanor is the true essence of a human. That man, in his human form, if he got knocked into a big wall of rock and mountain, it's over for him. But once he taps into that High Noon, nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop that man.
Okay. Rebuttal. Last rebuttal of the night, Bamba. Make it good.
I would
Wait,
like.
I have the last rebuttal of the night actually.
Okay, it's his last rebuttal.
Shut up. I would like to point out that Escanor has been hit in his normal state, and he didn't die. So, just want to put it out there. But so it's interesting that you talked about the sun. I would like to first, before I begin talking about my power and picking at the points that you made, I want to talk about Escanor first. Now, it's good that you talk about the power of the sun, but I want you to understand what universe you're in, because, like you said, we're dealing with demons, we're dealing with angels. We're dealing with supernatural, like immortal and stuff like that. Now, by the end of your show, that so-called number one source of energy in the universe was not the most powerful form or entity on that plane. And I also like to point out one of the flaws I think about Escanor, and I'll really say the power that he has, because really you get that power and people can get it. But that power really, it's only one form that you have with it. And the only other person I've seen wield it without having the pride that comes with it was Mael, because I guess he's an angel. But Escanor, in his sense, because Escanor, like you say, is a regular human. He's nice, he's gorgeous and all of that. But then all of a sudden, you're prideful, you don't care anymore and all that. Sure, I'll give you that. Take it. But it led you to a downfall, and you were still not able to fulfill. Like, if you didn't have Meliodas and all of that, you weren't defeating the Demon King. Can we establish that? Now, I like that our power are similar, so I'm going to tell you how Baryon Mode is superior to Escanor's power. It all starts with their universes. Because like you said, Escanor got the power of the sun, but like I pointed out, it was not the most powerful power that's in there, right? Now with Naruto, so far, where we made it. Now, actually, I'm lying if I'm saying manga now, because it's different. Because, like we know, he's lost his power too, and the manga is a little bit higher. But in anime, at that point to where we've seen it, he's the strongest entity we've seen. That's the strongest power he's displayed right there. And like I said, that power was not power with, like maybe the Rasengan was powered up and everything, but it was hands. And like you're talking about swagger, Naruto was walking that whole fight. You ain't seen him run. You seen him walk and quick step. That's it. The man was walking, this cape just swooshing around, smoke going, the plane is clear. This man done whooped everybody's ass in Konoha, and this man is handling him while talking casually, explaining what he's doing. Like that moment right there, like Naruto, just the way he was in control. Like when you watch anime and you're winning, you want to feel like you're winning. And that's what you felt in that moment. Like, you know how Goku taps into a new transformation. Because really, if we're talking about transformation, let's talk about his final goals transformation. That's how it's supposed to feel. Like you're supposed to feel that confidence. You're supposed to feel like you winning, bro. Like he has the upper hand. He's throwing hands. Whereas Escanor, you started winning, like of your power. Like he started charging up. I'm like, oh shit. Like, you know, we about to see some crazy ass shit. But really, did it make that big of a difference compared to everybody else? Because everybody else in that same time got extra OP. Meliodas, don't get me started. King, new form. Diane, she had been in the past, came back. Bond came from purgatory. He was definitely more than holding his own.
Merlin got more OD. Got more OD. Like she was already OD, but then she got more OD.
Like, come on. And then out of nowhere, you pop up with somebody like Merlin. So in the end, I'm saying, and at the end, also the power, it's true that they caused us a loss, but in the end, that loss was your life. Whereas me, as Naruto, able to carry on my life, and you're able to save my son and live with him. That's what I wanted. Be your father, be present at that time. It's true, I lost Kurama, but I still got like different attitudes I can still, like that power, I feel like that's why the transformation is so good. It's like, it has a price. But compared to your power, the price is higher. That power is to burn up like your essence, your life essence and shit. And you have to, it's true that we both were presented with sacrifice, but your price is higher. And really compared to your universe and the attributes of it, mine is way, way better. Especially when I'm comparing to everything else that's around me.
Okay.
Now rebuttal?
Last rebuttal of the night.
So, as everybody knows, I'm in law school. And we have this thing called cross-examination. It's kind of like a rebuttal when you're questioning a witness. And we have this thing called on cross-examination, you get in and get out. You don't need to stay there too long. So I'll make this brief. Bamba's argument of his transformation and how you're supposed to do it and how it didn't have a bigger cost. He even compared it to Goku's the father of all transformation. He even compared it to that. Do you know what those characters have in common that mine don't? Their characters are the main character. So they have a thing called plot armor. So of course their transformations come with extra little perks, extra little pizzazz moments. The field was clear. He's walking with his cape. He did all this. The camera was on him.
You're right.
Your Honor, I didn't interrupt my opponent interrupted me.
You did.
I didn't interrupt him at all. I let him go. I never said anything. Thank you. So as I was saying,
I would like to say you did.
what those characters have in common, they are the main character of their show. My character is a side character who had one of the best transformations of all time. And I'm here to argue that it is the best transformation of all time. I would like to start with, I would like to continue on with, let's talk about power origination. All right. We all get that the power that Escanor has originally laid with someone else. However, the power of the sun chose Escanor after the person that it belonged to at first left him, correct? So the power originated with Escanor still, in a sense, because the power is passed on. However, the power that Naruto has is not even his. He is harnessing the power of another being, which is Kurama, with Kurama. He's harnessing the power of Kurama. his transformation is reliant upon someone else. However, Escanor's power chose him. Kurama never chose Naruto. Kurama was put inside of Naruto and hated Naruto. Kurama was forced inside of Naruto. Escanor was such a great person on his own, his essence, that the power of the sun. He couldn't beat the Demon King. He's not the main character. I'm going to argue this again. He's not the main character. If it's the main villain, who has to beat the main villain? It has to be the main character. Everybody knows that's how it works in anime. Your Honor, please disregard the person that's distracting when I didn't do all of this when he was arguing. It's really not fair. It's really not fair that he's causing distraction, disturbances. When I'm trying
he's muted.
Thank you. So high noon. Even the name, high noon. That's when the sun is at its peak. This is when the sun is at its peak. This is when Escanor's power is at its peak. And as a human, he's able to fight battles against the Demon King and still put up a great, great fight. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Your Honor, please give your verdict before this buffoon comes in here and makes more of a ruckus.
Okay, so that one, I'm not gonna lie, it was tough arguments on each side.
You liar.
It was tough arguments on each side. I do think that Bamba's rebuttal did seal the deal, though, to me. But this is what I'm gonna do.
Viewers, I told you I wasn't gonna win.
But this is what I'm gonna do, because Kenny thinks I was automatically gonna be on Bamba's side. I'm gonna pick Bamba for me, but I'm gonna leave the total competition up to the comments. Hopefully, we can get at least 2-3 people to comment. Y'all let us know who won that last argument. I'm gonna go with Bamba, but y'all might think differently. But
got main character camera angles, and that was the selling point. Come on, bro. Come on.
Not main character. You know what's funny? Naruto the main character didn't kill Jiren. That's funny. Kawaki did he not?
Yeah, Kawaki did kill him.
So your plot is already flawed. You're talking about Kurama,
main character point of view.
That's amazing. You conquered a Jinchuriki. That is amazing to me.
He didn't conquer shit. He got put in him.
He whooped his ass, boy. Jumped in with his mama.
Did he whoop his ass or did he jump him?
You go jump somebody with your mama.
Did he whoop his ass or did he jump him? Which one, Bamba?
He whooped his ass with his mama.
Like
when your mama back there and she give you a belt,
like a bitch.
She helps you this.
These niggas jumping niggas.
Lord have mercy.
Sounds like animal abuse. Sounds like cruelty to animals. He's a fox. That's crazy.
But again, look. We appreciate both sides in the argument. This has been a great anime debate. Thank you for joining us for the show. And please make sure y'all watch Media and Entertainment section with Kenny. We got special guests coming by. Alrighty.